Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wendigo's coverage of the CNC Truck Series for Area iRacing. We're here at the dirt track known as Bristol, the same track that was just lasered again to match what the big boys will be driving on this weekend. I'm Harold Darner, your executive producer. I'm joined tonight with the number one voice of Wendigo Studios, Ken Kushwa, and our second voice, Dylan Young. Guys, how you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you doing tonight? I mean, we're dirting. You said there was some excitement last night, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure Dylan's pumped to be calling a dirt race too, so this ought to be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. I love watching a dirt race here, especially how we're gonna have some heats going on. Man, I'm ready for a good show, man. This is gonna be exciting.
There we go. Look at Dylan in the shades now. He's Harold. You got to get with the shades, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm shadeless.
Yeah, man. Uh-oh.
I'll have to get that fixed. We'll figure that out. That's our currently our broadcasting team there with the CNC Lodging Ford truck of none other than Cameron Hearn, last week's winner at Phoenix.
That's right. Now, Dylan, if he's going to get the shades, you're going to have to get the Twitter account. We got to get you up there with that too.
We'll have to get his
Down
Twitter.
with that, man. Let's do it.
All right, so basically, for our track bio tonight, are you ready for the intensity at wheels? Welcome to the Bristol Motor Speedway. Bristol's near 20-degree banking, red dirt bull ring provides some of the sport's most exciting fender banging racing. Over 100,000 permanent seats and a half-mile layout guarantees that the crowd is loud and hungry for action. Well, what happens when you throw dirt on the last great Coliseum? Well, we'll find out tonight. And I haven't had anybody correct me on this, but I thought I had read somewhere that the way a dirt track is built, it's built in layers of different types of dirt, clay and consistencies and whatnot. So basically, when they take this off, they sell the dirt because they can't use it again.
Wow. I mean, that would make sense, but I can't imagine what consistency or what types they're going to. I know clay is involved, obviously.
Yeah,
and I'm
there's
sure
lots
sand,
of layers that make the track, and there's professional guys that NASCAR is employed to make this happen here at Bristol every year, and which is kind of like boggles my brain because of how much money is involved to make this a dirt coliseum only for a select few races in each year, and then they go back to the concrete for basically like the second half of the season here at Bristol.
Yeah, it's amazing what can be done. Half the season or half the time you're racing on that dirt pavement. It's gonna be way different altogether. Where you're seeing a lot of sliding going on by, and then you're running in the actual concrete. And I'm telling you, man, it feels so different as a whole. But the fact that we're racing on dirt in Bristol, though, I can't believe it's happened, man. But we're doing it, man. This is exciting.
All right. Hey, real quick, we got Rowdy says they actually put a layer of sawdust down first.
Okay.
And then the Beckners are in the house. Time to kick the tires and light the fires. Amen. That's right.
But,
Yes,
so
sir.
that's good. Here's our points as it's currently set up in the playoff picture. We got Shane Wolf and Hearn both with wins. Then the top points leader is Brad Slaughter, which was last year's season winner. And then Paul Irvin, Colin Fambro, Jeremy Horn, Nick Trader, Cliff Mullins, Cody Moore, Blake Giglio, Nolan Neiman, and Pierce Moffitt are all in. Garrett Grant, the first driver, a point out. Ken, we saw the inaugural season of Area iRacing where every single point counted, to the point that the cutoff race, we almost saw it was like you'd think it was for the championship series with the actual championship for the end of the year.
I remember that.
I mean, it was on all four series was like that. It was like one where there's no big deal. No, they were all fighting at the end, and I don't think this will be any different.
Well, every last one of them, if I recall, especially in the truck, if I'm not mistaken, in the trucks, 2 positions changed, where 2 guys dropped, 2 guys came up because of what happened in the chaos of the last race getting in. So the trucks will definitely, they'll go at each other. But yeah, last year, man, everybody trying to get into the playoffs, it was just a knockdown drag out.
So then now, this is our playoff picture, and we'll continuously have this. This is also, if you're a viewer and you want to see any of this stuff, we have stats, standings, race winners, all this stuff on Area iRacing at the homepage areairacing.com. You can check that out, and you can see previous track times. You can look at your favorite driver. You can look at just about anything. If you're a stat person, you head on over there, and you can look up just about any stat that we spout out here. And if you want to share some of those stats with us in the chat, we would definitely appreciate that. We don't have a full-time statistician, even though I tried to get Cushy to do it, but he's like, I don't write, so you'll have to go find somebody else.
I'm sorry. Were you throwing me under the bus already, and the race hadn't even started yet?
Hey, here's here's our team standings with a lead on the top. David Weishart Racing, Transcendent, Peak Racing, Elwood Designs, Darnell, and Jacob Bell Racing, and big gap between 1 and 2 there between Elite and DWR. Elite was I was trying to remember what was going on. So Elite last season was, I'm trying to get this in my head. That was our Audible Racing last season, right? Yeah, Elite Audible, and now they're Elite. And then David Weishart Racing, that's David's team, which was Samson last season. Transcendent was One Mind, Two Designs. Peak is new. Elwood Designs was the, help me out here, Ken. That was
Elwood was Elwood.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Well, he's going to be on here in a minute. He'll tell me.
VRA.
VRA. That's
VRA
it.
last year. Jacob Bell continued to be Jacob Bell Racing, and Darnell Racing is new. So if you want to check that out, you can check out that as well. And Elwood Designs giving us all these cool graphics to use. But there's your team points set up as is, and there are team dollars involved. So this is the one that all the team drivers are watching. Is they want the cash. So cash out.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
Go home for sure.
That's right. All right. So, as we're doing here, we're looking at practice times. And what I wanted to point out, guys, look at all the black part. That's the rubbering of the dirt track. You want to go where it's nice and light, clay looking, not where it's black. They're going to reset the condition, or to basically send the trucks out there to redo or water the track, and then it'll change these conditions between the heat races and the main event, as well as it should. I believe it does reset for qualification, but that black part is like running on oil. So you're going to see the guys have to go either high above it or down below it to get traction off the corners and control the slide through it. It was really interesting yesterday. Coming out of turn 2, there were some heavy bumps. It looked like they were going over moguls. It was pretty bad.
Gary was just asking about that as well, if it's going to be the same thing for these guys. Not really sure. By the way, Dom DeLeo, don't cause the plane to have issues because you're up there chatting away and watching the video over top of Miami, or heading towards Miami. DeLeo's in a plane right now betting away these guys, and Jacob's got them all betting right now. So I don't know what's going on. But Dom, just pay attention to where you are, okay? If they tell you to turn it off, turn it off. No, we appreciate everybody joining us, don't we?
Yes, we definitely do. Always.
Absolutely.
Yep. Oh man. All right, so we're getting into the qualifying, and then Harold, you're gonna have to break down how these heat things work. I mean, the only heat I have is when I put something in the microwave and turn it on. So I'm
Okay, well, this is how it goes, guys. We're going to qualify, which we're seeing guys get out there already to do. We'll keep an eye on that. But your qualification is going to set our heat races up. I believe we're going to have 4 heats, but we'll check that out. There'll be 8 laps apiece. So the top qualifier will be on the pole-in 1. The second will be the pole-in 2. The third guy will be the pole-in 3, and so on and so forth. And then it also sets the field in the same way. So if you win heat 1, you'll be on the pole for the main event, and then if you win for the second one, you'll be on the outside and then we keep going back and forth. If you're familiar with local track racing, that's it, right? That will hear in a nutshell getting into the A main. Because we got guys out here qualifying, so let's try to get to some of these guys. Let's check out the Mr. Eskimo here, Mr. Anasogak.
Oh, Anasogok out there in a 19. Okay. Now this is something again I would like to try. I've not done dirt, but since I have the steering wheel and everything back in front of me, I should hook it all up and try the dirt. Of course, that's after I pay for it, Harold.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Whoa. Okay, so you don't want to do
A lot
that.
of wheel control. No, you're gonna have to do a lot of wheel control when you're doing those runs. So
Gotcha.
yeah, don't want to feather it, but you don't want to be super strong. You just gotta have a good finesse. That's basically
Oh,
what it
well,
is.
I'll be in the wall then.
There's a couple
Yeah.
different ways.
Uh-oh.
Cameron Hernan on the top of the board now, Mr. Irvin out there on the racetrack. The way I was just kind of watching a couple of the guys. You get a chance. Virtual Racing School has a few videos on how to run this kind of track, but you gotta start the slide. So you kind of throw that car 90 degrees into the left to kind of get that car all the way down to the bottom. But as soon as the car starts to turn, you got to then throw that right wheel into it, and you're talking 90 degrees to 180 degrees to the right. Did you see that right there inside of the 16? You can see that wheel moving. And that's basically it. You got to control the slide off the corner, and then you're pretty much playing with the throttle between 50 to 75 in the corners, and then getting back up into full throttle coming off the corner.
Okay, so spinning out. I got you. Okay, I'll be spinning out. That's all we need to worry about. Yeah.
But you see that fight in that wheel,
though.
so.
Yeah, wheel control is obviously a big important thing too. So it's definitely gonna be a lot of fun for the people that are really gonna have to work it. So I guarantee you, those risks are definitely gonna be very fun to deal with at the end of the race. I can tell you that for a fact.
We'll definitely look into that. I'm curious to see if I'm waiting for Eric Wineland. He's actually providing us with his in-car camera or his at-home camera tonight. So basically, this will be a really good one to be watching his hand movements in the corners.
So there, Coey actually put his nose up front, up top, and then sent himself into the darker dirt.
Yep. And Rowdy's basically echoing what I said. You get the flick in, and then you're turning right throughout the entire corner. And then you hit and if you hit the wall like that, that definitely hurts. And here we go. We'll show Eric Wineland.
Right. I'm sure he loves this part when we're watching him while he's doing it.
Yeah, you can see, even though it's really immediately showing him on the face, you can see like the way how he's moving his arms, how you're really having to steer that wheel hard. You just got to learn how to really make a good turn coming off these corners, and it's more the exit where you have to really make it work there. The entry is important too, but that exit's really more important overall. You get a better exit, man. You get a better finesse coming off the turn.
You just watch that orange tape on the steering wheel. It's all buried to the right now. Now it's back to the right. Now it's to the left.
That's crazy.
Yep. Big time movement with that, and that puts Eric Wineland only up to the 13th position. But we are looking at Eric Wineland, and we'll keep eye on him throughout tonight's race.
And I appreciate him doing that.
Yeah. It definitely gives you a really good idea of what really is in store for these type of races here.
Now here's Vern Hawkins in a beautiful truck for Transcendent. They came with a lot of great paint schemes this year, that's for sure.
Yeah, you see the 14's really been using that darker clay right there, which probably what we've seen the other drivers before in the not too long ago, they were using the lighter pavements of the dirt. So that's actually interesting that he's actually using the highline, but he just scraped the wall.
He's found the wall.
There, so
found the wall.
So I don't think that top darker clay area is where you really want to be. You want to find that groove in the lower light clay area there. That's where you really want to be.
All right, Charles Caneda here is out there, and he's gonna just park that thing. He jumped up to the 24th.
We have 4 minutes left here in the qualifying.
James is gonna try it again.
Tell you what, ever since Cameron Hurt took that best lap, no one's really come anywhere close within that range. I mean, Beckner had a really good lap before that, but then Hurt literally just sniped him out of that top position. And man, I'm telling you, no one's really come close. Ooh, that 24 is loose. He definitely got sideways coming off that corner right before entering turn 3.
Tom was saying that it got so to say got beat up so bad last night on the track. He's thrown it in the last 20 laps, just drifting the tail, breaking through the corner until it settled for exit. So
I wonder what's wrong with the number 02's paint scheme for us then.
I don't know. It's Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least it'll be easy to find. At least that's the good thing.
Hey, there won't be any missing him, that's for sure.
Nope.
He's the only car on the track right at the moment, so I'm going to go back over that.
Gary, I'll try that out. Gary said try the dirt street stocks, and I do have a street stock car, so I'll try that out. All right, 247, and I think if anybody's going to throw any more down, they've pretty much all thrown it. There's only a couple that did not. Nolan Neiman hasn't put anything down, and Jeffrey DeLong.
Yeah,
but they can always heat their way in, right? Heat it in.
Mm-hmm. They'll just set on the back there of that their specific heat, and then let them run their way in. Everybody's going to race in tonight. Nobody's going home, is what I'm being told. And it's a 75, I believe it's 75 lap feature tonight.
It is.
Yep, and they have 4 sets of tires. They have 3 sets of tires in the pits if they choose to use it. I know a couple guys were doing that yesterday, and then what I'm trying to think of here. The qualifying was at 10%. The feature will be at 0. So other than that, the carryover. So we have about a 15%, maybe 20% used track coming into the heats, but each heat will continue to get more and more rubber down.
All right, and Brad's granddad is in, so he's ready to go too. That's good to see him. Good evening, kind sir, and welcome to the race.
Might be 5 heats because they're showing 10 at the max in each, so that would be 5. So we'll see how it breaks it up here. 5 heats for 42 trucks, and so that would be 8 in, I think 9 in a couple and 8 majority of them. All right, and then looking at the admin chat, they'll be keeping us informed about EOLs and things such as that.
Uh-huh.
So
you do that, and I'll keep an eye on the general shot. General shot.
General chat, huh?
Mm-hmm. He was a general back in the Revolutionary War. General Chat was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
He talked a
about
lot.
23 seconds left in here, and if you're on iRacing, as you heard Ken talk about, you can now use your Stream Element points. That's from watching. You get 5 points every 10 minutes. If you're a subscriber, it's double that. You get points for subscribing, following, and other things. Those could be used to bet on things, which you heard us betting on earlier. Not saying that I actually bet on somebody. I'd have. I don't know.
Seems too complicated for me, but
it's a little interesting. So, you can put this stuff in there, and it's interesting.
Hot. Cookies hot.
Cookies are hot. All right. Well, hey, at least
Katie just brought me
all right, we're
peanut
gridding.
butter.
We have 11 drivers on this first one, so it looks like only four heats will be. So let's try to get this set up. Here's our grid.
Harold, interrupt. Go ahead, Harold.
Go ahead. Talk the grid.
No. Oh, I'll talk the grid. Okay, row 1, Cameron Hearn. Outside of him, Danny Ware, and Danny Ware's fan page is there. Cochran on the inside of row 2 with Jacob the Chairman Bell. Giglio in the 16 and green in the O2 in row 3. Row 4, Mr. Irvin and Colin Willems. And then Justin, Anna Sogok, and Horn in that row. And then Nolan Neiman's going to bring up the rear, but hopefully he won't be there long.
All right. And that's exactly where we are, guys. And then here we go.
Oops.
Heat number 1. All right. So even though the wall's there and we've seen people use it in the real world, it has been deemed a no-go area because I guess the physics aren't correct, and just you could just run it as a rail all the way around the racetrack. So if we see that, the admins will give the person an EOL, black flag them, whatever. So that's a no-no. Not allowed to do
Hand
it.
slap. They're gonna hand slap him, Harold.
Exactly, hand slap.
I like that Rhino truck.
Yeah, Rhino truck. Yeah.
Yep.
So Cameron Hearn electing to take the outside, which we saw this late in the race with Eli Green last night. But interesting that he chose the outside line early. At least that's my opinion.
He's gonna prove a point.
And Danny, I think it gives Danny Ware, the advantage right now. But yeah, I'm not sure what's up with Eli Green's car tonight. But as Dylan said, I don't think we'll miss him. That's for
We
sure.
won't. Yeah,
We definitely won't. He's got the easiest colors you could find.
Yeah,
that's true.
patch color.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. And that's why Cameron
We're
took the outside.
Okay, so you can roll that corner. And we got Cameron Hearn leading the way. Cameron and Jacob Bell on the high side. Jake impressed me yesterday with the Cup cars, so just wasn't able to get it going during the race. He got involved in a bunch of other people's stuff, which we'll talk about that tonight, Ken. Other people's stuff. What does that usually bring out?
Other people's stuff. What do you mean?
Getting caught up in other people's stuff.
Oh, well, that usually brings problems. Usually brings fights and words and other people's business.
Well, I was kind
Let's
of
don't forget,
referring.
we are at a short track technically,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it'll be some fun.
That was talking about the hairy one usually shows up when you get caught up in other people's stuff.
No, I got it. But there's so much excitement into what's going to happen with the hairy guy tonight. Currently, he's up in the stands. He's eating popcorn. He's a little calm right now. He's just watching the heat races. He knows more's coming. So
okay, so he's gonna take it easy. He's
gonna take it easy for
he's
the
being
heat race.
primped up a little bit. He's got to see his debut.
Oh yeah, he's excited. He's been talking about it all week.
All right.
Now the cool thing here is I'm watching Cameron Hearn just has the back tire, that right back tire, just in the heavy dirt, and then everything else, the other three wheels are dragging through the light stuff. That's pretty cool.
He's got a really good line.
For sure.
Yeah. Taking advantage of the very green track that we have right now. He's not gonna be able to do that throughout the whole race because the race will rubber up out there. But interesting to see how he's able to control that car, and it looks like he's not even having a hard time fighting the wheel like we saw earlier with some of the other guys.
No, it's looking very natural for sure. And I don't know if you noticed there too. And behind the leader, Bell and Ware were actually kind of battling for a little bit. Bell actually lost the spot, it looked like there, but compared to the 67 there, man, I'll tell you what.
Back.
Oh, he's back in a second. Tell you what though, that leader's been enjoying the drive. He already knows, man. He wants to win this heat. He wants to go on for that main event show and prove a point.
Oh, he'll do it. I mean, everybody knows who you're fighting. And this is your heat race. But Jacob Bell's doing a great job there. One final lap, one to go, right?
Yep.
I wonder if Cameron's going to make it, Harold.
Yep. Well, he wants that pole position so he could choose how to start the 75. Had a lot of cautions. We had 10 cautions, I believe, last night during the main event, and it was not long. Ooh, sliding around, but gets it done though. It's Cameron Hearn. So here's your results.
Yeah, he got it.
So first, what happened, Harold?
Hold on. There we go.
Uh-oh.
I told you that some of that stuff that goes on that we talked about
I know.
earlier.
It's Gremlins. So Cameron Hearn takes it in first. Jacob Bell comes in second. Danny Ware in the 18 in third. Eli Green touched the wall twice, but he still comes in fourth. Blake Giglio in fifth. Paul Irwins, Colin Willems, Jeremy Horn, Matt Cochran, Justin Anasogok. And I would say Nolan Neiman finished out in 15th.
All right, so that kills that off, and then now we're gonna
15 car. I'm sorry, 11th. I apologize.
I'm like, I was about to say, wait, there's 15 cars.
No, there wasn't.
and there you go.
All right,
Moving on.
Row number one. Travis Beckner on the inside. Everybody listening to the Beckner clan. Slaughter on the outside. Tyler Hallman on the inside of row two. Eric Wineland in the 21. Drew Trader, right? Drew Trader in the 25 and AJ Roderick on the outside there. Row 4 is Witt and on the outside, Christensen in the 10, Hartman in 51 in the Fabulous Hair, and Ryan Swan in the 1. Finishing out 5, and DeLong in the row 6, but I don't see a DeLong out there.
I didn't see him out on the racetrack, but that starts it. You know, give a shout out to Drew Trader. He had some issues yesterday and was not feeling it, but he says he got some good medication from the DOC, so he might be good to go tonight. But you know, I don't know about being high as a kite driving around this place.
You just close your eyes and push the gas. That's all.
All right.
All right. I can't drink another Monster tonight. I just can't do it. Ooh.
Can't do it. I could do it.
I'm gonna be in Monster rehab, I feel like.
All right, so Travis Beckner in the 28 has decided he wants the outside as well.
Well, I mean, he did get a good example of what happens when you take the outside on the start.
Yeah, and we've seen it in the first heat too. That leader shows that outside line, man. Once he just ran away from second place, man, he was just gone. He won the heat easily there. So good call right there.
I will say this though, Dylan. That number 81 is stout anywhere he goes. So let's be honest, Slaughter underneath can make a difference. But here we go. And he does get a great leap. It must be that just to being the higher up, Harold.
Just being right there. That car's definitely having some fun out there sliding around. But I was just AJ Roderick's in the U-Haul truck, and it sees that Richard Thomas says he's gonna be sending it. That's why he's got the U-Haul truck.
Oh,
He'll be
okay.
Full send tonight.
Not sure I want to see AJ full send anything, especially when baby oil's involved. 28, just staying out there. Now he's doing about the same thing Cameron did.
Yep.
Yeah, the funny thing about Beckner too is he actually ran the practice. He was the only one to hit that .1 during that practice run altogether, and no one else came close. They were about 2/10 off altogether. But don't count out Slaughter though, man. Slaughter knows how to really drive that car, and I'll tell you what. Last week we really seen what happened there. This week, already doing it right there. Already trying to gain ground on Beckner right there in the 28. Actually, Beckner's actually kind of using more of that dark dirt right there.
Yeah, he's in darker more than, yeah.
Definitely different for say.
And Brad held it all the way to the last moment there in that darker dirt. So must be something to that.
In the wall,
there's
AJ.
one in the wall. Yep. Travis has got the truck going right now, that's for sure. '21 of Eric Wineland there in that picture with Hallman underneath, Tyler Hallman underneath him. So this is basically, these guys are seeding themselves, correct? I mean, that's
Yeah, basically setting up where they're going to be. So the winner here will be on the outs. Well, will be set number 2 to Cameron Hearn's number 1, and it's every 4. And so the first heat is 1 and 5, and then 9, and so forth.
Yep, thanks. Yep, my head's about to explode, so.
Yep.
If you're a local track watcher, it's the same way that local tracks do every week. So
I don't local track. That's my problem.
we get you out there local tracks. The last lap here, 28 coming to the stripe. He gets the win, so he'll be the winner of this race, and we'll get the results to you.
Run by Beckner, Brad Slaughter there as well.
There you go.
All right, Dylan, why don't you run these down?
Absolutely. Travis Beckner got that self-heat win right there. And Brad Slaughter finishing out P2 there. Then you got Eric Wineland Tyler Hallman, AJ Roderick completing that top 5. Drew Schrader, Will Witt, Rick Christensen, Logan Hartman, Ryan Swan completing that top 10. And then, of course, the one who finished last in the heat, Jeff DeLong in that 43 truck there in P11. So not bad altogether. But I for a minute I thought they were gonna get a little crazy in that heat, but maybe have a little bouncing off. But they kept it together.
They sure did. All right, Cody Moore in row 1 with Martin on the outside, Litzenberger on the inside of row 2 with Moffitt on the outside in the 41. Hawkins, Vern Hawkins on the inside of row 3 with Caps on the outside in the 55 truck. Row 4 is Collier in the 98 and Christopher in the 70. And then in row 5, Curtis Vollmer and Corcoran on the outside. And only 10 in this one, Harold. We didn't even have to put an 11th one up this time.
Yeah, it was 11, 11, 10, 10. That's how we're doing it. So
again, that beautiful transcendent truck up front there, and I like the Lodge Box paint scheme there too. That's a good looking truck as well. They brought out the big guns this year, Harold, in paint schemes and everything like that. These guys ain't just competing for races; they're competing for looks too.
Yep.
Got to show off, especially in a track like this as well. They ain't afraid to go down and dirty.
Well, yeah, I think I'd bring my beat up paint scheme for this one, but that's just me.
Wait, you're not wrong though.
Yeah. Got a little Rick's hot sauce on the back of that there, number 11, and Jordan Martin. All right, here we go. The outside has always worked well, and guess what? It worked well again.
Oh, wow.
Way
Second
up.
place didn't get going right there, and may lose out in that second position.
Yeah, Moffitt's on the outside of him, going to try to shoot around. Yep.
And I'll tell you what, though, man, Mark was not ready for that start at all. Man, he spun the tires for sure. Definitely lost out on that. Not only the top position, but also second place right there to Moffitt. That's a tough break right there.
Now he's going to fight back. Looks like he's going to try to fight back on the inside, so we keep an eye on these two right there. 12 truck of Litzenberger, James Litzenberger, also involved, but it's... Once Moffitt got past him, it looks like he's pretty good sailing. Cody Moore, yeah, up front.
You know, I just wanted to check this out, and maybe you could remind me. We did the street stock race here. Caution out. The caution laps do not count here, and the ATVO timing and scoring goes nuts because it resets back to the last lap completed. So we got to hold up with this here. We know Moore is up front, and like you see, there's the ticker going crazy. But
I see that.
I was gonna say something. That we were here with the street stocks in a fundraiser, if you remember, Ken, last season, and I thought Moffitt was involved in that one. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'd have to go look.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I mean, the name sounded familiar when I saw it for the first time, so probably a good chance you're right, Harold. That he's been here, done that, but he's certainly showing well so far this season and in the first two races. So, do we know what caused the caution? Did a squirrel run out on the dirt track, or
squirrel?
What?
Yeah, squirrel.
Man,
Yep, squirrel.
you gotta hate when that happens.
Those dang squirrels. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. You know, they could be like Sasquatch, sit up there and eat a hot dog and some popcorn and just relax. But no.
So Cody Moore is leading with Pierce Moffitt behind him, and then Martin and Litzenberger and Adam Capps, the top 5 here for this, as we still have 6 laps to go to finish this. So we reset it at the end of lap 2. Oh, we also have a 10-minute timer, and we only have a little over 5 minutes left to get it done.
Oh, well, there you have it. That's so we don't have to go to bed at 1 in the morning.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be really awkward going to bed at 1 a.m. after all that, man. That would not be fun at all.
41 of Pierce Moffitt just disappeared. He's back, though.
He's trying out his magic tricks.
Magic.
I'm
here.
Magic. First, now you see me. Now you don't.
Okay.
Now I'm back again. I do see that the dark dirt has gotten a lot skinnier, hadn't it?
Yep. The wet clay on the top of the track is definitely drying up.
Yep.
I think our admins tonight, we have David Weishart and Rafe Slate keeping things tight here as they'll be reviewing all of the restarts for any violations and then keeping the drivers within the rule book. It's never cool to be the guy in the zebra suit. I'm telling you, it's like you always take flack. I'm glad I don't have that job.
It's not, but Dave can handle it. He's a good guy. He can handle it, and
He got it. He got it.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go. We're gonna get
and Rafe can just point to him and blame it on him. So you know. All right, here we go. Cody Moore takes off. Pierce Moffitt's going to take off in second. It looked like with Jordan Martin falling down below. Vern Hawkins has suddenly come to play there in the pretty 14 truck back there, but. Seems like you get out front, you get a good chance nobody's going to catch you.
You start to see that slick being put down on the entry to the corner.
Yep.
And that's what we'll end up seeing here after about 10 laps or so.
But Corcoran is off and he's back and he's off and he's back, so he's having a little bit of issues as well. Whoa, real high up there for Cody.
Just about tagged the wall right there, but he managed to keep it going there. Very good drive there by the 52 there.
Yep, he was. Yeah, you could probably put a piece of paper between him and the wall on that one.
Ooh,
That time, whoa, boy, he was close. Yeah, he was
Stick
close
that
that
rear end out there.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, I mean,
40.
it's kind of reminded me what happened in the last heat. The leader was doing the same thing too, where he was using the dark portion of the dirt there, and then the first one, he barely even didn't come anywhere close to that top pavement. So you can see each driver's got different strategies.
Whoa,
as
he
they're
got
gonna
it.
handle
That time he got it.
There it is,
He got it. Yeah. Yep. Vern Hawkins
the
again
last
with the
lap, though.
fastest lap. Yep.
One to go here, 52 leading the way. See, Vern Hawkins put up the fastest time in
That
this
dude
heat.
is hauling in his truck. I'm gonna tell you what, you might want to watch him when the heats are over and he has to go for the big stuff, because he was having a time. All right, Cody Moore. Gridding it. All right. Cody Moore takes that heat. Vern Hawkins from, I believe, 5th or 6th up to 2nd. Letzenberger ends up in 3rd. Jordan Martin. Hunter Collier is in 5th. Michael Christopher, Adam Capps, Curtis Volman, Sean Corcoran, and Pierce Moffitt ends up all the way down in 10th.
All right, let's get to the final grid here.
Final grid. All right. Mr. Hart's on the inside with Newton on the outside in the 88, Shane Wolf in the inside in the 31, and Trader on the outside. And that's Nicholas Trader, of course. Grant and Kaneda on row 3. Fambro and Mullins in row 4. Row 5 is going to be Tinch and Coey. And that should do it. Rounding it out. So the second of the Traders brothers are hitting the ice, so to speak.
Ryan Hart's going to take the outside. The 88 of Quinn Newton will be on the inside here. And everybody else
Richard
following.
Thomas is right. Richard Thomas says the fluff, a.k.a. the cushion, is almost gone. And it is. And we see that as they slide up to it, they get awfully close to that, touching that wall.
And Nick bringing back the National Guard colors on his truck.
Yes, he did say that. Yep, absolutely. All right.
So final heat to determine the grid for the 75 lap feature tonight. And now the feature does not have cautions not counting. So it'll be traditional regular NASCAR rules. Caution laps will continue to tick away.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, definitely fair right there.
Yep. All right.
All right,
Truck
one
has
more
left the
time.
building. Elvis is driving off, and here we go. Mr. Hart's gets a good jump.
Shane
The
was on the
88
back of
did
the
not.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Shane was like, let's go.
That's the second truck we've seen that didn't get going at the start of the race right there. But looks like the 8's going to hold on barely, though.
Hart's off to a huge jump.
He sure did.
He got some of that Rick's hot sauce going on. He's like, I need some milk.
Oh, it is. Yeah, he's poured it in the engine. That's right.
Yeah, Quinn and Shane Wolf fighting back here now.
Yeah, James is going to take it on the inside, see if he can bring it up. He does slide it right on up into second place, but Quinn's going to have something to, or Newton's going to have something to say about that. Quinn Newton. I said it right. I just didn't say it right, Harold. Okay.
That's right.
I said it.
Doing a crossover right there. Look at that.
Bye bye.
Oh, he's going to do some contact. And they're going
What
to
a
hold on.
save.
Wow,
Oh,
great.
more contact behind.
Yeah, behind him, there's a lot of contact going on.
Here comes Garrett Grant.
This is a heat with all the action. Oh, the 5. Oh, my word.
Full send.
Yeah, he didn't. There was no let up on that one. Garrett went all the way in. James was already on the wall, so it wasn't going to matter. But
well, I guarantee you though, when that main event's going to come around, I'd keep an eye on the 8, 8, and 5. That'll be a really interesting go round there. Oh boy.
I would bet that Garrett's probably going to hang back or a little bit, but I don't know if you could do that in dirt. Like, I don't think hanging back is a smart move in the dirt. If you're at like a Talladega or a Daytona or even a 2 mile or a quarter mile, or I'll be all right. A half a mile, a mile and a half, concrete. Yeah, hang back. But I don't know if you can do that in dirt. Can you, Harold? I mean, you're begging for trouble anywhere on a dirt track, aren't you?
Definitely. You're gonna see guys. I mean, 2 wide can be done here. 3 wide's probably not a good idea. We saw guys doing that last night, trying to go 3 wide. But we're gonna see slide jobs. Caution is out though for this heat with 3 laps to go.
There's 2 drivers on there talking right in the chat that are talking about the lower level, saying that there's some really good dirt down there, but they don't think they're going to go down there.
Well, not till later when the top is used up. And I do see that happening. You will see that black slick move all the way to the top of the wall, and then you'll see the guys come back down and see how that works out for the end. So it looks like James Cooey was given the penalty for the EOL for causing the caution, and we'll rack them back up for 3 laps, and then we'll have our grid set for the 75 lap feature.
Then it'll be gangsters and game on.
Game on.
Yep.
Game on.
Game on.
All right. This is one of those, it's almost like a Daytona here, Harold, or a Talladega, where, I mean, this one, it's a crapshoot, isn't it? I mean,
oh, it's definitely, it's different. It's going to be one of those tracks, like you said, that may be a driver who's better on the ovals. It's a specialist race. I guess that's the best way to say it. Kind of like when the NASCAR car teams used to, go out for somebody for the road ringers. If you remember those days back with Scott Speed and Boris Said and a few other guys would fill in for the driver because they were specialists. So, almost would think that maybe some of the NASCAR teams will actually have a specialist in for the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. You spend all that money on them cars. I think you run what you brung. You got a driver, let them do it. There's no way they're going to learn without doing it themselves. So,
Absolutely.
I don't like specialists. I mean, road courses are interesting enough, and especially some of the road courses we're running now with Coda and some other tracks. But I just really like to see the guys who are there all the time. Man, let them run. And if you've got enough to have somebody run that, get a guy from Xfinity or trucks and get them up there and let them run a race or two, instead of throwing in so-called ringers. Give the small guy a chance. I'm stepping off my soapbox now.
All right, so Ryan Hart's going to be taking us up here. But you see that shiny part of the track, and that's the slick that we were talking about, the rubber getting put on the track. And it's really
Talking about that
going into
whitish stuff
corn.
that looks like gravel.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Yep, I got you.
You don't want that. See right there? That's
There
not
it is,
good.
yeah.
You want to stay out of that. At least with
I
them
got
rear tires, you know, you get your bite. Otherwise, it is like oil.
Well, by the time they run 75 laps, it's all going to look like that, won't it?
Yes, exactly. That's why you hear Gary talking in there that you try to find a place nobody else is running so that, you know, so it doesn't have all that slick built up and you can actually turn the car when you need to as we're on our final lap here.
Gary's saying they're Tyler Carpenter coming out of Dirt Late models.
Oh, very.
Whoa!
Yeah, that 88 trying right there, but just not enough right there overall. A for effort.
Well, yeah, and the other cool part is, I mean, at least now you know they can run with hearts.
All right, so that was the. Whoop, there's our results for.
There
tonight.
you go. There you go. Just go ahead and take that one too. Dylan, go ahead, Dylan. I've lost it. Ryan Hart.
Ryan Hart's got the win there.
Yeah.
Quinn Newton getting second. Garrett Grant getting third. James Shane Wolf ended up getting fourth. Charles Canada got fifth. Colin Fambro got sixth. Nick Trader got seventh. Cliff Mullins got eighth. Bobby Tinch got ninth. Jim Coey going to get that 10th position there.
All right, let's get to the big one. The big thing.
Main event. Let's do it.
Harold, why don't you take the first page? You haven't said much tonight,
I
sir.
know, I'm being cold. I'm being just waiting, man. It's all build up. Cameron Hearn on the inside, Beckner on his outside, Mort and Hart. Those were your heat winners. Then we're going to have back here to Jacob Bell and Brad Slaughter in the 81. Back in row number 4, we have Vern Hawkins and Newton. Danny Ware and Eric Wineland will finish out the top 5, or the top 5 rows, I should say.
Yeah, 5 rows. Yep, row 6, Litzenberger and Grant on the outside of him. Row 7, Green and Hallman there. Row number 8 is going to be Martin and Shane Wolf. Giglio and Roderick are going to do row 9. Collier and Kaneda are going to do row 10. And I was going to say, I know we have more rows, right?
Here we go. We got Irvin in row 11 on the inside and the outside. We got Trader in row number 12. We have the 70 of Christopher and the 54 of Farbro. In row 13, we got Willems and Witt. In row 14, we have Caps and Trader. In row 15, we have Hort and Christensen.
And we got Vollmer and Mullins in row 16. Cochran and Hartman in row 17. 18 is Cochran and Tinch. And Sogak and Swan will be in row 19. Moffitt and Cooey are in the 20th spot, or 20th row, and last in the field is Neiman and DeLong. I have not seen DeLong take to the track, so we have 41 trucks taking to the green flag. And we got it all in before we have to go racing, because here's the green flag.
Here's the green flag, that's right.
Way. I'm about to say the driver wasn't over here yet. He probably just eating the hot dog out there, man. That's all he's probably doing.
I don't know. I haven't seen him all night. But there you see Cameron Hearn. He's got Beckner down low. These first 4 guys were the fast guys in every heat. So what do they got? You see Beckner, boy, he just...
Look at Beckner.
Yeah, he's putting it in deep.
I'm telling you, these were the 2 that were actually fast in the practice overall. So that really doesn't
3 wide with Brad Slaughter down low.
And Ryan Hart's is going to
right there.
Too. Yep, they're all gonna have different lines. I have a feeling, but Cameron's going to start to do a little dent in the distance here. Look at that! What an image!
All them cars, them trucks sliding everywhere.
And we got a 4-car battle for that second position, all heating up there for sure, man. Holy cow!
And Jacob Bell there.
Yep, Jacob came out of nowhere all of a sudden, and he's going to put himself into this as well. This little group up front. A little distance between Bell and Hawkins, although, man, I'm telling you, Hawkins, I have a feeling he's going to. Okay, we'll caution.
Yep, spoke too soon.
Not sure where that is. Maybe Collier. So let me check out Collier here. Try to get our replay.
Nope.
AJ there. Oh, look at
the
all those
wall.
cars. Get the wall, and then
Wow.
there's 2 cars right up here in front. That was the back it up here. It was the 53, I believe, that was involved. Will Witt. We'll try to back that up and see what happened there.
So they're coming off. Looks like they're coming off the turn.
And there's like 3 wide going into the corner. Will Witt way low here.
One truck was scraping
Wow.
the wall up ahead. It couldn't
Oh, and
tell
then,
who that was there.
oh, wait a minute. Before Witt is the 5. That is Garrett Grant, and he was.
Grant.
Try to get with Garrett Grant here. There it is. So back this up, see what Garrett Grant happened here. Him and Shane Wolf get collected. Oh, look at all those cars.
Yeah.
So right here going into
Just
the
a
corner.
little tight right there.
And the 42 and the 21. And they
Garrett
just
had
played.
a sandwich help. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing he could do on that one.
No.
All right, so back to at it again. Him.
Showing Shane Wolf there went into the pits as well, and he's 1 lap down.
You know,
so,
Shane Wolf was involved in it with Grant.
Yeah.
He was the other car.
Underneath, right?
Yep.
He was the one that caught him on the way out.
Yep. So
Okay.
So you got Cameron Hearn, and he said he wants the high side. He said
I don't blame him.
Blame him there.
high, wide, and
The
handsome or
highlights
something,
where you
right?
want to be.
High, wide, and handsome always worked for everything else. Absolutely. And honestly, I'd make Travis go down there. I'd make Travis go down below every time. At this point, it's early on, of course, lap 8, but you know the advantage is going to change eventually, as everybody's been saying, as Rowdy's been saying, Richard's been saying, even Harold's been saying, is that down low is going to make a difference soon. That up high is going to be worn out and be all slick. So I would assume as we go along, you'd see Cameron go down and take the low as we get a little farther into the race. I did want to ask a question, Harold, and you might know this better than most of us, but I know you said they had 4 sets of tires. As we go back to the green, I mean, tell us, how do tires react on this versus if they were on concrete?
Well, they still have tires getting shredded by the dirt. It still has issues there, and grip can be changed. It's just not the same. They don't heat up like they do. And we got guys in the wall there. It was Brad Slaughter and group here, and
quite a shot.
And it was like Jacob Bell was able to come out of there as king, and then you got Danny Weir underneath the 81.
Yeah, that's a great move by Jacob. How he got through that hole, I'm not sure, because that was quite a mess right in front of him. But you see Cameron's just, because of that, Cameron is just walking the dog right now. He's already got a second up on Jake. And there you see Brad Slaughter coming on the outside. Danny Ware still riding that inside. Beckner right behind Slaughter to try to regain where he was. Travis did not have a great restart on that last restart, and that's how he got himself caught up back there.
All right, so we got these guys. See the 3 drivers here.
Hey, what, man? Slaughter caught him up there. Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Brad was just a matter of he got caught in the wrong spot at the wrong time, but he's going to want to get up there and just get around Jacob as fast as he can. Gary's saying that restarts the top will be preferred no matter what the track looks like or how it's running. It just blows my mind. Look at the imagery of these guys and these trucks sliding 2x2 through the what a cool looking view that is.
Sliding even on the straightaways.
Yeah. Jacob went 2 different directions on the straightaway and still got it to go into the turn and do what he wanted it to do.
You got Cameron all by himself.
Slaughter was trying to get that pass too.
Yep. Yeah, and Cameron doesn't seem. We talked about it when he was practicing, and then when he was qualifying, his hands were as smooth as they can be. And I don't know if we can get an inside view of what he's doing now, but he's going to be coming up on the lap car here. But yeah, I mean, he just that was probably not as good because of the 70 in front of him. But as he comes down, you see him go to the right, then he goes back to the left, kind of runs it. So his hands
Caution.
don't. Yep. Yep. Another caution.
Second time today. But
That's
yeah,
Michael
I was about to
Christopher
say,
in front of him.
right before the caution came out, you see how really he was using those hands there. That's really good. Be the stats for the whole race there. Oh,
Aaron Wineland here, Eli Green. To come past
Wow,
the
are we
straight.
sure that's Eli Green? Goodness.
Oh,
man.
he
Oh,
said
he just
before we
ran right
could
up
miss
on
him.
him and then lost it.
Just made slight contact too.
Try to get back to Eli's car. See what happens here with Eli, and then the 11 helps him around, and that's what we have for our caution here. The 0-2.
Nobody else hit him there. I'll never know. Holy cow.
Yeah, he should have gotten tagged, what, 2 or 3 more times. You're right.
He just crept up right there. He just barely made the slightest bit of contact, man. It just helped to go around that a little extra contact, but man, I have no idea how he didn't get tagged after that. That's unbelievable.
Especially when we look back on those camera angles and there were 2 and 3 wide sliding through the turns, coming in different, they're all in different lanes. So, yep.
All right, guys, we'll pull up some of our stuff here.
Let's pull it up.
All right, so we would like to thank
Let's do it.
Elite Entertainment LLC for their support of the Elite Entertainment Cup Series for Monday Night Racing, and all of us here at Area. Be sure to check out Elite Entertainment LLC on Facebook and book them to DJ your next event. And we still got to talk to Mr. Caps about that, see if he'll make the drive up here.
I'm betting no, but it never hurts to ask, right? Never hurts to ask.
I'm betting no.
No way.
I'm betting no, but you never know.
Hey, if they get to meet us, I mean, come on.
Oh, well, we'll put that out there.
Celebrity,
So,
man.
Yeah,
I'm going to use my celebrity when I can.
Well, I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Jacob Bell has been riding in that second spot quite admirably. And when would they come for tires, Harold, in a case like this?
Position is king here. So guys maybe in the back might, but right now I'm seeing only 2 drivers that have been down. Well, 2, 3, 4 drivers have been down pit lane, and Shane Wolf is off track. So that just shows you how much these guys are they're like, somebody else can go down there. I'm not messing with that.
Shane Wolf is saying that the caution number 2 is the same exact situation as caution number 1. So I should just ask Gary. Gary's got all the answers tonight.
Yeah,
and
tonight
I appreciate
Gary's our in
He's
the
our
stand.
super
He's in our in the stands commentator.
in the stands commentator. He's doing a fine job tonight, but he says, when do you come for tires? The answer is never.
Never.
Exactly. That's a trick question.
What is tires? What is that?
Yeah. I see. That's the thing I was thinking is, you're on a dirt track. Do you really need to get tires, or do you just keep sliding? I mean, all they're doing is sliding them. So, why not just keep sliding them?
All right, so Jacob Bell on the inside and Cameron Hearn on the outside as we're going to get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing at the completion of 20 laps of the 75 for tonight.
Yeah, that 67's been doing really good in the hindline. See if he continues once again, or is Jacob could actually get a good run on that inside line.
All right, here we go. Cameron Hearn. Travis Beckner got a good jump that time. Jumped into second place over Jacob Bell before Jacob knew what hit him. So great job by but Jacob says, you know what? I'm just going to take this low line, keep it parallel with you. And Cameron Hearn is going to have to see. You see it's getting slicker up there. Jacob Bell down low, going to try to take the inside line. No! That was close. That's close, boys and girls.
Jacob Bell trying to make it work on the inside line.
He's trying.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh,
He's
side
there.
by side, sliding around they go.
I don't know how Cameron holds on to that. I don't. It just baffles my mind. The dude just went 5 different directions and still held on to it. So, shout out to Jacob Bell though, pushing him hard. And there you see Travis Beckner's going to be pushing Jacob now. And down low, here he comes in the 81, Brad Slaughter.
Oh, Cameron Hearn around.
Oh,
And
wow.
look at
out.
by himself. Look
Utter
like Cameron,
Oh,
chaos
look out!
has
They're piling
ensued.
behind.
it looked like Cameron Hearn by himself.
Yep. Sure enough, did.
Wow.
I would not have called that. It would be one of those things that I would not have expected from Cameron Hearn.
And I'm not so sure he expected it. I mean, that's one of those things where it just left him in a hurry, didn't it?
I'm trying to
Definitely caught everyone off guard.
I'm trying to check out. Maybe we can get it from Jake Bell's perspective.
So he's way up in front of him.
So we'll get the replay here. All right, so we're watching from the back of Jacob Bell here. And he's fighting.
Oh.
He's fighting hard with the 28, and you see the 81 down low. And I said, I just saw Cameron Hearn like pretty much just take the wall, and look, he turns the car, and then
Yep.
boom, there goes Jacob Bell. So the 67, too much entry caused the car to get completely sideways, and like you said, lots of people.
I'm not
were
so
involved
sure he
in that.
didn't overthink that because the lap before that, or heading into the turns before that, he went down low, seemed to work quite well. I'm surprised he didn't go back down again. But yeah, let's see. Jay Hud says Cameron made a rare mistake. He sure did. And hey, Brad Slaughter, all the better for it, as is Jacob Bell. I don't think damage is much of a problem here since this isn't what you'd call an aerodynamic track.
Correct.
They could lose probably half the truck and still be fine. So. All right. That's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah. So. I think now the major question that really is going to come into play is like the drivers who get involved in that incident there. How is it really going to affect their cars overall the later end of the race? That's going to be the big question mark right there. It's going to be answered soon.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know, Dylan. I mean, honestly, I don't think it'll be much of an issue unless they really hit the wall harder, they hit the other trucks hard. Like I said, this isn't an aero track, so it's not going to be an issue with that. It's just going to be a matter of maybe you broke something, or maybe you hit something a little harder than you thought. You lose the steering, something like that. But yeah, I think otherwise, I don't know that it's going to. It shouldn't, is what I'm saying. Shouldn't bother them that much.
Yeah, but the way the simulation is built, they're all they will lose steering mechanisms like tie rods and stuff like that. You can bend the A-frames, all those other things. So not only could it be damage to the truck physically, as you can see on the outside, but under the hood can have some damage, either the radiator, the engine, or the steering mechanism, and that's something we might be able to see. But we'll see when they start going back to green flag racing. You can tell when somebody's got some issues with power or steering pretty quick.
Well, Gary said that he lost 115 RPM on his truck or motor last night, and it actually ran better. So no wheel spin. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Slaughter on the outside. Jacob does not get a good jump. Vern Hawkins, however, does. And Vern Hawkins is going to follow Brad Slaughter right on into turns 1 and 2. And Vern Hawkins was fast, if you remember, in the heat race. So let's see what he can do. Travis Beckner, again, back up into third place. He looks like he wants to be a part of this all night long. And there's a lot of action behind these guys. I take it we are on Brad Slaughter. Look at that.
Yep,
Look at
Brad
that
Slaughter's
view.
view down low is what he gets to see from nothing in front of him,
Unless a squirrel comes out like we had a problem with earlier.
Oh,
That was
down to the
spin.
56. That's
Yep.
AJ Roderick.
AJ has found the inside of the wall.
That's the second time the leaders have had some trouble there.
That was a little farther back this time.
Here's the 56 of
coming
AJ
down.
Roderick here
Yep.
behind Jacob Bell. That U-Haul, that 1995 special on the back of his truck. Oh, and he gets a little help there from the 42, and then again
And then a little
with the
more help
97,
right there.
Yeah.
and then Jake gets around him clean, And pretty much
Wow.
everybody other than AJ Roderick, that's pretty clean. I mean, a little damage on the 56 on the right side, but maybe we'll be able to come back from that. So
Pineda touched him about, I don't know, 13 times before he finally got him to spin. So, all right, back up front. We're definitely going to have another caution night tonight. I can feel it.
Oh yeah. Can you feel it in the air tonight?
feeling in the air tonight.
Oh, it's in the air. That's right.
So we're going to Auto Club Speedway next week.
Hallelujah.
You know, and then Dover the week after that, which that's our home track there, Ken. And then
It is.
We'll actually be getting to go see a race this year. Isn't that amazing?
I was gonna say, we are going to be there. That's true. We're going to see the race this year. I don't know how we're going to handle that. It might be a little too much for us to handle, but we're going to give it a whirl.
A little bit of a whirl. Got it.
31 done for the night. Well, come talk to us then, James Shane Wolf.
Yeah. So, you know, this is the 81 leading the way here. The 28, that's Travis Beckner. So it's we've got Elwood Designs up front with the Elite behind him, Transcendent behind him,
Yep.
and Danny, I believe he's with Elwood. Double check that here. Yep, Elwood Designs. So 2 Elwood Designs in the top 5, and then Ryan Hart's of JBR.
Yep.
So a sprinkling of everybody. You know, it's like a NASCAR race where you got teams everywhere.
I like that. I'm okay with that. All right, so I'm assuming this time Slaughter will go to the outside, but I mean, he's lined up inside, so I don't know that I'd give Travis Beckner the outside if I'm going to be the guy leading. But Travis is going to go up there and touch all.
We're not one to go yet.
I know.
The lights are still on, so
I got you.
see where he's at when the lights go out.
I'm pontificating here, Harold. Pontificating.
See, look where that 81's going now.
I get it. I was just trying to pontificate.
Slaughter's like, hey, young man, left side.
That's it. All right.
So now we're going to top 2x2 them here.
James, you're still good in my book. That's all I'm going to say. I see him out there, and that wasn't a racing deal. But
you know, it's dirt, man. It's dirt track and
it's dirt.
different.
It's dirt. I know. But you know where the man's feeling it. Come on now.
I just think when we get back, get the Auto Club, maybe we could shake these cobwebs out and get these guys back to the green flag racing and the green flag pit stops that area was famous for in season 1.
I guarantee you, James will have a truck when it comes to Auto Club Speedway. He'll be right back up there.
And then Miles is chomping, you know, he's salivating.
Miles will eat up a lot of trucks that night. All right, Slaughter takes off. Another good jump. Bringing with him this time is Vern Hawkins again. Good jump on both of those trucks. Hawkins way up high, but down below, the Watermelon Man, although he doesn't have it on his truck right now, Travis Beckner, is spinning that truck left and right. Looks like a washing machine out there.
So you got the 2 Elwood guys running the high side with Hawkins running that low lane. Travis Beckner into the wall, scraping, and we got a caution flag out. Looks like Eric Wineland was involved in this one.
Hearn Fan Club says we are selling parts of the truck after the race. That's funny.
The 21, the 53, the 88, the 42. 88 gives a little bit of a touch there to 21.
Yep. Does that affect him going in? Oh, he saw a little smoke.
Oh, yeah, almost like he misshifted or something.
Yeah, that didn't look good at all.
Yeah, it's almost like he blew the motor.
Yep.
Okay, maybe on a misshift because he's way off the pace there and then he got tagged.
There comes Eli. Yeah, I was going to say, we should not see smoke going into a dirt corner, I don't think.
No.
If Jacob's buying the left side, I want to find out how much the hood is.
You need the hood?
Well, remember, I'm broke. I'm just trying to get some of this stuff as a, you know.
Yeah, just kind of throw it my way.
Throw it my way. Well, it doesn't have to be thrown. I mean, I can throw a little greenage, but maybe a little special thing here, special thing there. But
All right, we're gonna go through our.
got some people in the pits, by the way.
Yep. Some people in the pits. All right, so here we go. Fans, be sure to visit our sponsor, Swift Lifestyles, for clean supplements that help improve your focus on gaming. Use discount code Area iRacing for 15% off your entire order. We'd like to thank Swift Lifestyle for their support of Area iRacing, as we are just past halfway, so we'll try to get in our top 10.
Oh, we're gonna try. Okay, that sounds good. You can run. You're running through that, right, Harold? Go ahead and run through that, because you're the man.
Yeah, right. There we go. So right now we got Brad Slaughter leading the way, led 18 laps. My name is Danny Ware in the second spot, teammate. Then we got Vern Hawkins, a team transcendent, in 14. He's in the third spot. Been sitting in the top 5 pretty much the whole night. Travis Beckner, he's out there on that outside edge, and his little fan club there. He's been in the fourth spot, showing some good speed in the top 5 all night. Another team transcendent, Cody Moore, in the 5th spot from Cincinnati, Ohio. We got Blake Giglio. He's in the 6th spot, unteamed driver. And Ryan Hartz from JBR, Rick's Hot Sauce. He's currently being shown in the 7th spot. Will Witt in the 8th spot, another non-team driver. Mr. Hellman from David Weishart Racing, the Butt Kicker 482. In the 9th spot, running out the top 10 tonight, is Quinn Newton in the number 88. A lot of these drivers pretty much stayed in the top group majority of the race. Only one that's missing here is Cameron Hearn.
Yeah, and he's pretty much done. Drew Trader's down to 16 laps. Cameron Hearn down 16 laps. Nick Trader, Curtis Vollmer, Eric Wineland, AJ Roderick, Logan Hartman, Bobby Tinch, and Pierce Moffitt all down at least 2 laps or more. Colin Fambro in 31st is 1 lap down. So
30
yikes.
drivers, man, on the lead lap. That's pretty impressive for a dirt track, as we still got 30 some odd laps to go before we conclude this thing here at the Bristol Dirt. And then in area iRacing, the dirt goes away for Thursday night as we bring out the Xfinity cars, and they will hit the actual oval track, the concrete Bristol, on Thursday night. So we'll see.
Really?
Yep. They don't have a dirt capability. They don't run the Xfinity series on the dirt here at Bristol. So we're going to the oval.
There we go. And they're off. Brad Slaughter, great jump coming out of the caution. And Danny Ware way up on high. I think he's got him. Slaughter
Hawkins
a little high there.
low.
Yep. And Vern Hawkins has a truck. I don't know what he knows. Whoa.
High, and the 18 down low. These guys are fighting it. Typical dirt track race 14 maintains.
Man, Vern Hawkins, I tell you what, that truck is hauling. And I don't know what he did or why, but
Caution.
Oh my gosh. Let's run it backwards, boys. Maybe that'll help.
Big stack up right here as we're going into the corner past here, the 55, the 12, and we're on here with the 98 of Hunter Collier. Looks like the caution was behind him.
Yeah. So Dylan, do you iRace?
Maybe I lost him. I don't know.
Take that as a no.
Oh, here's the car completely turned around. This might be the caution.
It's got a chance.
The number
Ryan
one
Swan.
of Mr. Swan.
Rain Swain.
You see him there, gets that, and he does the same. It's pretty similar to what we saw Cameron Hearn, where the right rear gets around, and then that puts the caution out. So Vern Hawkins, your current leader now, new leader. As we're 46 of 75. Give us opportunity to talk about another of our sponsors. We'll try this one there before you can. We'd like to thank
Okay.
CNC Logging for their support of the CNC Logging Truck Series this season in area. Located in Bowling Springs, South Carolina, CNC Logging is your place to go for any of your logging needs. Got wood, big or small, summer or fall, we'll cut your log guaranteed.
And I want to say that was better than last week, but
It was terrible, I think.
are you ready for it?
What?
I'll give it to you.
You give it, all right.
All right. Big or small, summer or fall, we'll cut your log guaranteed.
Well, you know,
That's how.
you have it. You have the Western Virginia behind you.
I have West Virginia.
I'm from
Right.
Illinois. Okay, from Chicago.
Yeah, y'all wouldn't know Southern if it hit you upside the head. That's right.
No, it's one of those like up north Midwestern state kind of things. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Don't you have a south side of Chicago? Isn't that where the Cubs live?
No, they live on the north side.
Oh,
South
Well,
side's
who-
the Sox.
I wouldn't know. I've never been there, so
and you
neither one of them excite me. That's for sure.
You could definitely know that you're talking to somebody who don't know what they're talking about when they said they're from the east side, because the east side's the lake.
It's good for it's waterfront property, Harold. That's what it
No,
is.
it's actually getting soaked because there's
It's water.
water.
property.
Yeah.
Water property.
You don't hear anybody from the city say anything about east side. They just say on the lake or lake shore. They just say
Gotcha.
north side, south side, west side, but you don't hear anything about that other word not used.
Richard Thomas is saying he's going for his first win on Thursday. Just saying.
All right.
Richard Thomas,
Throw that
you
out there.
get that win.
Yeah,
you
that's
go
right.
ahead and get that win.
So we've talked about all of our sponsors tonight. We'd seriously like to talk about CNC Truck Series. The CNC guys definitely coming on as a sponsor. We appreciate that for the Truck Series. We get to hear me, Ken, and now Dylan, if we get Dylan back or not. Dylan was having some issues with his mic earlier. But, Ken and I, we're back with the Truck Series, and you brought along your Sasquatch, and maybe he'll show up, and we got something special to give out tonight.
Oh,
You know, back to green.
he'll be showing up. I just don't think he's ready to show up yet. But
Not yet, huh? Look at that restart.
Vern Hawkins, somebody we usually talk about for a little bit, but not the way he's going. Boy, he is just rocking and rolling on the dirt.
Look at all those guys. You got to love this shot coming up. The camera
love
guy's
it.
doing great job tonight. Showing Vern Hawkins racing the lead, and he's cutting pull away now. 6 tenths, 7 tenths, 8
Yeah,
tenths.
I'm gonna tell you
man.
what.
Woo, he's gone.
I'm gonna tell you what, Mr. Hawkins came to play tonight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That dude is rocket fast. He's running low, he's running high. Right now, he's just gonna pick up any clean dirt he can. But man, he just turns it right, then slides it left, gets through that little middle. You know what he's doing? You see that, Harold? He's running those slicks. He's running in between the slick marks.
That's right. Doing it where he needs to be. Getting that car to turn and carrying it that speed on the outside line. Running that Larson dirt line. That's what he's doing.
That's exactly what he's doing. That is a Larson dirt line, just above everything else.
Caution back out, something he did not
No.
want to see.
Wow, a caution. That never happens. Baby oil sales have gone up after this. Yeah, AJ. Come on, man.
There's 70 sliding up, the 4, the 10. Trying to see who got caught and what here. I see Matt Corcoran, Sean
Corcoran,
Corcoran,
yeah.
and Matt Cochran.
Boy, they're really throwing names at you tonight, Harold. I don't think it's fair.
Not.
I don't think.
Oh,
Let me
30,
see,
55,
Eli Green.
caps to the
Yeah.
air,
Oh,
green.
bye-bye.
Wow, ow.
Well,
The
yeah,
pink and green got a hold of each other pretty hard there. So
they sure enough did. Eli Green got in there in his colorful whatever happened.
I don't
paint
know what happened to
scheme.
his trading paints today for him. But Vern Hawkins continuing your race lead here. Well, be under 20 laps to go. We go back to green flag racing.
I'm gonna throw this out here, Harold. The
Yep.
more cautions, the better Vern Hawkins is gonna have. I just think it's an advantage for him. I know you want to run, but dude, the way he launches, I don't think cautions hurt him as much. He really gets a great launch off of the green flag. Now, Ryan Hartz has come to play too. He was one of our winners of one of the heats, so. Still too strong. Danny Ware's there. Brad Slaughter's there. 3 or 4 trucks that are really strong all the time. But man, when Vern takes off, Harold, he launches. That, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the best answers you're ever going to get.
That's right, man.
All right. It's good that you can
interesting to
still
watch
see the-
these guys watch the NASCAR races this week here at Bristol Dirt. One of these races, I think, Kenny, you and I are going to have to show up to one of these eventually.
I can't disagree. I'm with you, man. I was sitting there thinking when we were watching practice, I'm like, this has got to be epic. Like, it just has to be epic. Now, if Bristol wants to do something amazing, here's what I suggest. This is way off the wall, so they'll never do it, but this is what I'm thinking. You have a college football game on the inside while the cars are running on the outside. What? I mean, what? There you go. The best of both worlds, Harold.
Man, the fumes would be terrible for the kids in the field.
Footballs would be dropping everywhere. There'd be like people all over, but the marching band would make it interesting. So I mean, these are just suggestions, folks.
Yeah,
we don't have to go with that.
No,
but
I thought you were going to go with, one of the other series we cover with the IMSA style version of NASCAR. That's what I want to see.
That'd be fun too.
See the trucks and the cup cars together. That's what I want to see.
Well, we do it on Fridays on Triple Threat, so I mean, It's almost the same thing. Absolutely. Gary says if we want to see a good race at Bristol, 2 weeks, the World of Outlaws are going to be there. I bet that's awesome.
In 2 weeks, we're already going to be somewhere. We're going to be in Dover. So we can't be in two places, man.
Yeah, Rowdy. Yeah. We can't be two places at once.
I mean, we're good, but, come on. We have some limitations.
We are good. We are good.
And then eventually we're going to have to make our run out there to Shellhammers to check out the dirt track racing of the go-karts. And, we can make sure that we check that out during Pocono week, and we might actually run into Brexton again. And I do have people that help Brex run, that's Brexton Bush. It's Kyle's kid.
Yeah,
and I got to meet him, talk to his wife and his son. I didn't get to see him, but it's interesting to see how well his son does. And man, he loves the race, but he's got a real good spirit though. I like the way he's competitive, but yet still takes care of his people.
All right, here we go.
All right,
Vern, the Rocket Hawkins tonight is gonna just take it away. You know what? Maybe he has spikes on his tires and nobody knows it.
I don't know. Caution back out again, though.
Are you kidding me? We didn't even... hello?
Yep. So, nope, we did not get much going here. So, replay, we'll take it from the restart. That's about how far back it was. So, we'll talk about here Giglio and Cody Moore. Let's keep an eye on those two. Little stack up in the beginning here. There's the 52, the 53. And there's a 16 down low. It was almost like a 4 wide, and there's the smack.
There's nowhere to go. Yep.
And turned he went.
He did turned. Yep.
He did
Whoa.
turn. Yep.
He almost turned into him.
Yep. So Vern
Our
Hawkins,
commentators. Richard wants to know where the commentators are from. I am in Newcastle, Delaware. Harold is in what?
Is he talking about where we're from? Or where we
are.
If
we're from. Okay,
so I is in Maryland and you is in Newcastle.
Newcastle, Delaware.
But where
I'm from
yeah,
is Martinsburg, West Virginia, and Chicago, Illinois. I am the West Virginian. He's the Northerner.
Yes, I'm the Northerner. But, by way of 26 years of military. So I kind of been around the whole caboodle thing, in Korea, Afghanistan, Iraq,
I will say this: I'm glad he went to Korea because he's taught me some new food, and
I love Korean food.
I love it.
Korean food.
Yep. So Gary thinks Hawkins has his talons out. I'm gonna tell you what: the dude can rock it when he leaves. That's for sure. So.
Wow. Hey Jay. Sometimes I can't even repeat what he puts in the stuff.
What? Who what?
AJ. Look what he said where Rich is from.
Oh, yeah.
Like sometimes I can't even repeat what he puts in here. Come on, man. This is like, PG-13. Come on, let's keep it clean.
All he's saying is he's interplanetary. That's all.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow. Oh, he's back. Hey, Dylan.
Dylan?
Hey, Dylan.
Is that you?
Yeah, man.
What's that girl? Dylan fell in the well?
Yeah, Dylan, did Lassie come and save you? What happened, man?
Oh man.
But so,
Lassie, go find Dylan. Go find Dylan, Lassie.
but, so we got Richard talking about being an Afghan vet himself, so that's good.
See, AJ's all AJ was saying is he's out of this world. That's right. I knew where he was going with that.
Yeah, but did you see what he? Yeah, okay, never mind.
saw what he
Like I said, half the time I can't say the thing.
I saw what he put. He
I
didn't
know.
come out of mine.
Wow.
How'd the rest of the lyrics go? Took the midnight train going anywhere.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, he didn't come out of mine, AJ's. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
Took a midnight train to anywhere. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Wow.
Oh,
All right.
man.
So we'll be probably just at 10 laps when we get back to green flag racing.
Maybe, unless we get a yellow before we get a green.
But look at that slick as we're behind the cars right now.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, that Vern Hawkins has found the way to pretty much where that pace car is at, is what he's been running. And he gets that run way high off the line. And I believe in 3 and 4, he's all the way up against the wall. Like we talk about the Larson line. But that's where the speed is. You don't have to come off the gas at all, and you just maintain the throttle.
Now, look at that now, where that line has really gotten slick up high there. He's got a much better row through 3 and 4 now, where he can. Well, there's the Larson line up there. You see
and
it.
Look where he starts this.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I don't blame that 14 trying to get that early restart right there. If he didn't get that, maybe he would have had a fine chance. But look at the racing really tight coming in there. Val for third. About 4 wide for second. Holy cow. Oh, the leaders.
Hawkins
Around
is
he
done.
goes.
Hawkins is done.
Oh, hard hit.
Hawkins is done. Man, Vern, why start down below? Why?
That's what it was. There's that low start. And it looked to me, I mean, we'll have to see what they do here, but
Not throwing the yellow. They're just driving.
Gonna let it drive here. No caution. Ryan Hart's your new leader.
I don't blame him for trying, though. I mean, we'll take a look and we'd see. But, I mean, he had to do it because that outside normally gets the run coming off that restart.
Caution now is out, though.
Now it's out.
Okay.
And
He should have started on the outside. I mean, it just
Yeah.
Gary said it earlier. No matter what the track conditions are, you start from the outside because you just get that huge launch. He chose that inside, and there wasn't anything he was going to do about it. He couldn't come up because
Where was there?
Danny's already there. Tough break.
So, if you're starting that inside line, you got to get your foot on the throttle, man. Go early, man. If you don't do that, man, you're basically going to finish second place.
That's tough. That's tough break. Vern drops all the way down to 13th right now.
And less than 10 laps to go, so not a lot of racing left here. In a tough break there for him. Is Vern Hawkins?
AJ Wonder Roderick. AJ, by the way, I was going to make, and Rich beat me to it, but I was going to say, you're not here to corrupt the broadcast. You're supposed to be out there driving. I'm just saying. Dude. Drive, man. Anyways, I love you anyways. You know that. Well, I know. See what happened. Well, ice cream is better than driving. I'm with you. All right, you win. That's one of the best comments out there. All right. So, it's dirt racing. I just don't feel like there's anything that right now says I should bring him out. I don't know, Harold.
No, we'll check it out. I mean, yeah. You'll have to let me know.
I will. I don't know. Did all I'm gonna say is someone might have earned it just by making that move the wrong way, but I don't know if that works that way, right?
I don't know.
No, I mean,
I like Bart.
He was, to be honest, he was clear. That was a good slide job, I thought. In the way I saw it, and Danny was like, "I'm not lifting." That's all I get.
no way.
Danny,
Well, I thought they were going to keep it together at first.
But
I thought they were going to keep it together that whole time, though. That was the funny thing about that.
Yeah, everybody's still saying on here, starting on the inside is a bold move. It is absolutely a bold move. On dirt, even more. J.R. Barker, 45, of course, says the flag man is definitely confused. as to which color to swing. I'm with you, but he can't help it because these guys seem to want to keep, as Rich said, drive with ice cream. Driving while eating ice cream is better. Clearly, that's been happening.
So JBR with Ryan Hartz is the leader right now. We'll have under 5 laps to go when we get back to flag racing with Brad Slaughter. And that's one of
He's
our
lurking.
Elwood Design Esports drivers. Then you have Hallman, who is the DWR driver, and Beckner's without a team right now, and Danny Ware, another Elwood Esports driver. So JBR by himself, and number 3, Hearts.
That's going to be tough. Again, he's starting down low. Not sure why. Not sure why that's happening, but that's a good question. But here he goes. Hartz takes off. Let's see how he handles the bottom. He's got to clear Slaughter going into the turn. He does. Brad Slaughter a little higher, but comes back down
Slaughter
in front
on the attack.
Yeah. That was a good move,
Clear.
but not enough to
go here.
Not enough to get him.
Well, I remember last week, we said that Slaughter's a really good wheelman there. Here we go. Let's see if he can really try to get that 3 right here.
Well, for the first time, Ryan Hart's made it work for the
Whoa,
bottom.
look at that.
Slaughter trying the high line.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough stuff right there.
Actually, that's not bad of a move by Slaughter trying that high line because of that exit, but not really a whole lot. So that 3's starting to run away.
Hart's has got it hooked up right now.
Oh, yep, there it is. He made
Beckner
that
trying
mistake.
to fly on that Larson line. He comes to the outside of Brad Slaughter. I don't know. Beckner's going to try to take second place here.
Here we go, coming to the white.
Yeah, white flag out. 1 to go here. So this will finish the race. Here's the number 3 on the backstretch.
Beckner's got that second position. He's just going to be a little bit short trying to get that leader there.
And Harold, before you bring anybody up, we'll send the hairy guy out.
Okay. And there is the end here. Hartz wins. Beckner second. Slaughter third.
Slaughter got third?
That's what I'm seeing.
Yes, he did.
Well, then I'll just change who I just wrote down. All right, send the beast out while we got everybody driving around and trying to get back. All right, so there comes our hairy guy. As you can see, he's had plenty of hot dogs and popcorn, probably wearing some of it too. But tonight's winner is going to be Vern Hawkins. Dude, you had the race. Why didn't you start on the outside? But it doesn't matter because you did dive it down in there. You gave it everything you had. Unfortunately, Vern comes up in 7th place instead of winning the race. So Vern Hawkins, our Sasquatch winner as well. He is the very first one to get the coin. Harold, show them what we're talking about. There you go. You see the 1 to go coin. On the back side of that coin is going to be the Sasquatch Hard Luck Award. It is also a bottle opener. So Vern Hawkins, you can drown out your problems getting the 1 to go coin and popping a bottle. But congratulations to Vern Hawkins. And now we can actually talk to the winners of the race.
All right, working on this here to get it all here. Gonna
Beckner family, pay attention.
That's right. So here we go. We got Ryan Hartz. Could pull him up first. So,
all right.
Ryan Hartz bringing the JBR number 3 into victory lane here on the dirt. You're up here with Dylan, Harold, and Ken. How the heck does that Rick's Hot Sauce car feel tonight?
Oh my God, dude. It feels absolutely amazing. Like, I came into this thing, I had a good run last night. I finished 3rd in the Cup car. And wow, I haven't been this excited for a race win in so long. Like, I just won Bristol Dirt.
Yes, you did. Yeah,
I can't believe it, dude. I do not call myself a dirt racer, but oh my God, we got the lead at like a perfect time with like the restart coming to 4 to go, and I pulled away from Brad by like a few tenths off of the second turn on the first lap after the restart, and oh my God, I was just praying for no yellow, and luckily it didn't come out. But I just won Bristol Dirt. I can't stop saying it.
It's okay. You can say it often, and that's what we want to hear. Ryan, first of all, you got chairman of the board, Jacob Bell Racing. You got him. You know he's going to be happy about this win. I know you're excited about this win. That truck was really good in your heat race as well. Was it just a matter of making sure you were there at the end? Because there was a lot of cautions. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on. As you said, dude, you won the dirt race at Bristol in a truck, of all things. But is that something that you were looking at? Were you trying to keep it clean until you had a chance to get up there?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said in my heat race, I felt really comfortable in that running the high line, and in the race I kind of fell back to like 7th or 8th, and that's where I stayed for like 30 to 40 laps. But in the final closing stage of the race with like under 30 to go, I just ripped the bottom every single restart. That worked out extremely well for me. And so I said, I'm just going to stick with it. And then I saw Vern, the leader, Vern Hawkins, get turned or whatever on the backstretch. And I was already on the bottom. So that was a perfect opportunity for me. And then I passed Brad, and oh my God, luckily I came away with it. But yeah, just trying to keep the truck clean all night, staying up front. And luckily it worked out.
Yeah. Well, so, and the other thing I think I was going to ask is, you balled up at the end and said, "Man, I'm just going to do it from the bottom." That's a hairy move for you, especially with the way the track was. Everybody who was launching off the top side seemed to have a lot. Again, you had to keep Brad Slaughter off. What made you choose the bottom line at the restart?
Well, I really thought that it was going to be Travis Spector's night.
Yeah.
I noticed he really was fast, especially in the beginning part of the race. So I really wanted to keep him back there, but I just couldn't give up that bottom. Like I felt so good on the bottom. So luckily I pulled away from him. But yeah, it's just where my comfort zone was. I couldn't really quite roll the top as good as everybody else, because if I rolled the top on the restarts, I would just get either driven through or I would get passed on the bottom. So that's why I chose the bottom.
All right. Well, this is the great part where you get to shout out. Don't forget the chairman, but shout out to who you need to shout out to, Ryan.
Like you said, thank you to Jacob Bell, everybody at Jacob Bell Racing, Rick's Hot Sauce, the sponsor. This is a really cool looking truck, and
Yep.
I'm happy to finally bring it to victory lane. Thank you to you guys. Thank you to also Ryan Swan and Jordan Martin, along with Jacob Bell. They've been, like I said last night, they've been helping me get these trucks faster, and they've been helping me get to victory lane, and that happened tonight. And out of all tracks, I did not think this would be my first win of the season, but here we are.
All right, man. Well, thanks so much. Go celebrate with the chairman and then the rest of the team. And great job, Ryan Hart. See you next week. I think we said Auto Club Speedway.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
All right, man.
All right, going to bring up Travis Beckner. I believe it's the first time I get to interview him. And he's
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So Travis brought the truck in the second spot in that 28. Talking to us tonight about how that truck felt to you.
Well, it's dirt, so loose, of course, but yeah, truck felt good. Got in the wreck when Cameron spun and went underneath him, so I got lucky with that. A lot of other people didn't, so.
You got your fans listening to you. Know the family's there. Dad's probably cleaning an airplane, and that's the excitement we get from you. Come on, brother. You just came in second place at a dirt race in Bristol. Give me a little energy, son.
Well, I might get an EOL after this because I guess I rode the wall on someone else's screen, but I didn't on mine. But
you're all right. Don't worry about that nonsense. You did fine. So other than getting caught up in that one, you were bat fast tonight. What was it about your truck that liked the dirt tonight?
I've done a lot of practice over, well, since the schedule came out around here, because I knew this was one of the tracks I could win at. So
okay. Well, Dylan, you want to jump in here and got anything for young Mr. Travis Beckner?
Yeah, absolutely, Beckner. You were like fastest in practice overall. I thought you were going to get him at the last little corner, especially if you had a few more laps. Do you think you would have had a chance going for that win there, or do you think you get what you get right there?
I think I could have got Ryan there at the end, but it sucks. I could have had it if I didn't get in the wreck with Cameron, but I had nowhere to
Yeah.
go.
You definitely had a really good truck, though, man. You definitely had a good wheel man out there, man. That was unbelievable.
Mhm.
So Travis, we had told you had said something about flagging for IMSA. Has that already happened?
Well, just waiting on the call to go up to Sebring to do it. So
Okay. So we know you flag at your local track in Fort Myers, right?
Clewiston, Florida, Hendry County Motorsports Park.
Let's see.
That's also Jacob's home track. So
All right. See. So we're gonna help you. We're gonna lead you some of these plugs that you.
I mean, and listen, if you need anybody like myself or Harold to carry the flags for you to get you to the stands, we're here for you, brother. Okay, you just call us up, Travis, and we'll be there. Okay.
yes, sir.
All right. Well, why don't you give some shout outs? You know, family's listening. If I don't let you say something to the family, we're gonna hear about it. So let it rip.
Well, of course, I do got to thank my family, my grandparents, my mother, my dad, and a few other people. I think my uncle's also watching. But yeah. Another thing I want to thank is General Elevator Solutions, Blitzer Marine Services, Elite Entertainment, Gaming, and CNC Logging for helping me out. I know y'all missed the watermelon truck, but
I do. I do. I love that truck. Just throw one somewhere on there. It doesn't matter. Just get a picture of a watermelon and you will make my life happy. That's all I'm asking for, Travis.
Okay. But yeah, the reason why is because I got two of my sponsors in real life on here helping me out because they got me my fire suit, helmet, Hans device, and everything. So
Oh, I like it. All right, then you do what you got to do, and nice job out there tonight. The family, I'm sure, is very proud of you, and we look to hear from you again sometime in this season. Hopefully, the next race out at Auto Club Speedway.
yeah, another thing that I want to thank is I don't get internet yet, so I've been running on hotspot for I don't know how long. But thank T-Mobile and Cricket for hotspot.
There you go. There
That's
you go.
good. That's good.
Yeah, man, you got to shout out to whatever gets it done.
Yep.
All right.
All right, brother. Great job.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
All right.
Have a good one there.
All right.
Sorry,
so
Harold. Sorry,
no,
Harold.
I know.
I jumped on.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
got
right.
All right. Brad Slaughter. Look at how close these guys
Oh.
were. So we'll pull him up in here.
Whatever.
All right. Brad Slaughter, the number 81 RRD, getting it done. Third spot tonight. Man, that car was handled.
Oh man, it was a handful. It was golly, we were on ice skates out there tonight. I don't know what I was doing, but it probably didn't look too pretty.
A little bit
well-
of right, left, forward, slide, right, left, forward.
Exactly.
Oh
So it
man,
looked like-
everywhere.
Goodness, we were all over the place tonight.
You have a beautiful mark over your 81. Looks like you found a couple trucks on the inside. You know, not judging you, Brad, because we never talk, you and I, and you know, just commenting on the paint scheme. Love the clay across the front. That's a beautiful look for you as well. But hey, dude, you still made it. Podium third in the race, which is a good points night for you. Which you know, like you needed any help. But anyways, tell us about it, man. What was your night all along? You had a great truck, just couldn't quite finish it at the end. Was the Highline killing you at that point, or how did it go on that last restart?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought the Highline was the way to go around here. All the research and everything all the testing and everything I did today, the Highline was the ticket. And
Yeah.
as it got slicked off there towards the end of the race, I guess the bottom was just it was so clean and green. That's where you wanted to be. So I got handed the lead twice and gave it away immediately. Went to the very next corner, went to the high side, and got passed on the bottom. So obviously that wasn't the way to do it. I should have been on the bottom, but you know, we'll learn. And like I said, third place. I actually think we might shake out to P2 here. Might be some penalties coming down here. We'll see how that goes. But overall, either way, it's going to be a good points night for us. We've top fived them to death. That's what I'm looking to do here in the regular season. Just get that regular season championship bonus heading into the playoffs and be there when it matters.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the penalties and everything. Just go to Auto Club and kick the crap out of everybody, and that'll do it for. I mean, you don't got to worry about anything else other than that. You're capable. You got a truck that's fantastic. We've seen it so far this year. By the way, your granddad thanked us in the booth first before he thanked you. So I don't know what that's all about. Maybe he loves us more. I don't know. I'm not speaking for the man, but Brad, go ahead and give your shout outs. I know you want to do some of that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we can get shout out again. Shout out to everybody that tunes in. My grandfather. I got a lot of people that are watching and tuning in. So I really appreciate everybody that watches, tunes in and watches these races. Appreciate what y'all do up here in the booth, putting them on. I can't wait to go back here and watch the replay of the carnage tonight. Shout out to all of our awesome sponsors over here at Elwood Designs Esports. We got Reaper Speed Lab, Rhino USA. Be sure to go to their website and use promo code Elwood. Get your 10% off. We got High Banks Podcast. We've got Elwood Designs, Lumar Films, and even on the truck tonight, for the first time, we've got Roderick Racing Development on the truck. So shout out to our AJ Roderick, who he puts up some money for our team dues. So appreciate AJ for doing that. And man, I think that's it for me. Shout out to Jacob Bell. Oh, shout out to CNC Lodging for sponsoring the series itself. And yeah, we're on to Auto Club, man. I cannot wait to get back on asphalt.
I know that's. I know that's right.
Brad, real quick, safe to say between me and you, it's safe to say you're the wheelman of this series, man. I've never seen someone drive that crazy, man. That's unbelievable.
Oh, there's a ton of wheelmen in this series. Trust me. That Beckner was stupid fast tonight.
He was, and so was Vern Hawkins.
Oh yeah, they were both really fast there, and Danny too. Danny was up there, up there right there with me too. There at the end, him and Vern got into it a little bit, but yeah, Beckner had some crazy speed. He was just getting bad breaks on the restarts and all that stuff, and got into a little trouble there at the end. But overall, man, I can't complain. I'll take a P2 on the dirt and get my butt out of here.
Darn right. Well, thanks again, Brad. Appreciate you coming on with us. I mean, because we never talk to you ever.
Never.
And this is a great time to really just chat a little bit. But go have some fun, and we'll see you next week at Auto Club.
10-4. Appreciate talking with you guys.
Yeah, man.
See you.
All right. So, looking at this here, we're going to pull our results up. So, Hartz, Beckner, Slaughter, Wilwitt, Hallman, Newton, Hawkins, Lisberger, Anasogak, and Irvin, your unofficial top 10. And Wilms, Collier, Cochran, Ware, Mullins, Jacob Bell, Gary Grant, Cody Moore, Blake Giglio, and Michael Christopher, the next 11 through 20. Back here, 21st to 30th was Fambro, Cochran. Is it Cochran, right? Cochran. And then Canada, Swan, Neiman, Christian, Cooey, Martin, Horns, and Caps. And you're back 30 to 1 to 40s. Moffitt, Volmer, Nick Trader, Eli Green, Tinch, Hearn, Wineland, Roderick, Hartman, and Drew Trader. And then Jane Shane Wolf and Jeff DeLong. I think Jeff DeLong didn't even take any laps at all. So
he never did.
So, and our race recap for tonight for the Truck Muddin here at Bristol was the winner, Ryan Hartz, with 10 laps led, 9 cautions for 44 laps, which was more than half of the race under caution. 42 drivers with Cameron Herman the fastest, 20.727. The reason I'm saying unofficial is because we're getting chat from the admins saying that some post-race penalties will be issued. So you keep an eye on the standings, and we'll get that updated before we get to the Auto Club next race. And we got the next actual race for area will be Thursday night. We take the Wednesday night off, and then we'll be back here with the familiar Coliseum under concrete.
Well, I can tell you that the hauler is going to be busy tonight. Let's just say that.
Absolutely.
But, great race tonight. It was a good time, and I'm a little surprised by all the cautions and everything like that. But it is dirt. It is trucks. It is what it's going to be. But good time tonight. Lassie found Dylan. So Dylan, appreciate you coming back and joining us. That was awesome.
Hey, no worries, man. It was a blast. I was glad to be out here, man. That dirt racing, man. I'll tell you, it's such an awesome feeling to watch it, especially on iRacing. But you know what? Here, it's another fun time, and man, I hope the drivers just had as much fun as we did in the booth. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. it's one of those things where there's guys that love it and guys that don't. If you're on the general chat, you'll find out some of them not so much tonight. So I don't know. What do you think, Harold? I'm all about dirt maybe one time, but I'm not a big fan of dirt racing with the big vehicles. I like the sprint cars. I like the winged vehicles on dirt. I like the modifieds on dirt. But man, I don't know about the big boys.
You know, I think the dirt is a good idea for, like you said, once a year, which right now is all the NASCAR is doing. I'm not a big, and you know me, I'm not a big fan of all the road courses we got now in NASCAR. I think we go back to 2. Maybe we rotate what they are. That's fine, but I want, let's stay grassroots. Let's stay with what they do, which is asphalt concrete racing on ovals. So you want to throw a few things in there, sure. Talladega, Daytona, mix them up a little. That's fine, but I want things to be back to where they normally are. I'd love to see Dover get the 2 races back, and Charlotte on the oval twice instead of the Roval. So, but maybe that's because I'm an old school guy. Like I'm not mad at Sonoma or the Glen, but just I think the drivers that they got up here in the top series based on turning left. So
I'm not a fan. I'll say this. I'm not a fan of the road course in California. I honestly, I'd like to see that go away completely. I do like COTA a lot. I think COTA is a heck of a challenge. I think it gave a great race this year in no rain. So if you went with COTA and the Glen, I'm okay with that. But aren't we putting in what's the one?
They got
the one up in the north.
Road America.
I really want. So that's the only other track I'm really excited about.
That is a great track. I just don't know how the NASCAR cars are going to perform there, but it is an amazing road course. Indianapolis road course. I think they're great road courses. I just
get rid of that. I don't like that one at all. I really don't. I don't like if we're running the Rolex 24 at Daytona, I'm okay with the road course. I don't like our cars running down on the road course at Daytona. It's not meant for that. It's just they're big, giant beasts of a car. IMSA, they're built for that. You know what I'm saying? But I think Road America might actually play out quite well, especially with the new cars.
Yeah.
It has a lot of width to it. It has some beautiful dips. It has lots of elevation change. That's the only one I'm excited about. The other 47 of them that they're going to go to this year, not so much. But I've never been a California fan.
Yep.
I just don't know.
Well, speaking of California, we're going to Auto Club next week.
Well, that California I'm okay with.
So that's where we're heading.
How about to say?
Let's get to California and let's get to some 4 wide and handsome racing at the great big racetrack. It should be, and then we'll see tires and fuel strategy. I'm hoping to see again in some of the things, but man, that's what we're looking forward to next week. Like to see these caution counts come down for the area guys. I know they can do it. We watched it quite a bit, but the car counts are high. When the car counts are high, that's usually what happens. And with the guys as low and high and everything in the middle as far as talent goes. But guys, Auto Club next. So pack it up. Let's get to California.
I'm with you, man. I'm all good. I can honestly say that'll work for me. Let's do what we got to do, and
let's do it, man.
Move on from there. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
All right, I'm Harold Garner for One to Go Studios, executive producer with Dylan Young and Kevin Kushwa. We'd like to see you guys watch us next Tuesday night. We'll be at California. We'll be the Auto Club Speedway. And if you can, check us out Thursday night. It'll be with Hunter, myself, and Jacob Bell calling the race here at the Coliseum under the concrete for the Xfinity Series, for the Lodge Box Series. Until then, we'll see you at the next turn.
What an exciting race brought to you by One to Go Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you at the next turn.